Hi, it's Kylie, aka Mum, reporting live on our adventures as we journey on site and online around Australia. Let's talk about our next stop, Ingenia Holidays 1 Mile Beach. Why was this different? Because we did not have a caravan. As those who are following along the journey know, we've had some serious problems with the Supreme van since day one. Here's a quick rundown for those new to the saga. We purchased a brand new custom-built van that took 6 months to build. We towed it home to Vanilla from the showroom and it made it. Just on a precarious lean. The first issue. Replacing airbags. Next, we were parked up in the workshop preparing to leave when we noticed the 240-volt power had a gremlin that just kept getting worse. With build faults galore, we waited in the Victorian area, taking short trips to have all the building faults and issues sorted out with an in-house first service at 3 months, as per the schedule. An hour beep lap was on hold. But those short trips were still fun, I guess. We then towed the van home to Vanilla after its first service and long list of warranty repairs. And it made it. To just outside Euroa before the wheels actually fell off. Literally and figuratively. The caravan company was kind enough to provide accommodation while they tried to repair the van that had been damaged by their staff forgetting to tighten the reel nuts. Then they delivered it back to us. Minus a leg. Yes, you heard it right. Can you believe this mob? They then sent someone all the way across Melbourne to where they had delivered the still faulty van in Garfield to deliver the missing leg. And we were off on our big lap. That was until we got to our first stop in Lakes Entrance, and the van decided it didn't want to play anymore. Key the return of the electrical gremlins, along with a growing list of warranty faults and issues. Seriously, has anyone else ever had so much drama with a brand new van? So, we head off on our 2025 big lap, with email negotiations seriously flying back and forth in her background. The caravan company assured us they could repair everything, including the growing list of build faults and issues, at their premises in Newcastle. Hence, the mad rush to Newcastle and the complete lack of a van. Now, let's talk about the positives. The caravan company was super generous and told us to book wherever we liked and sent them the bill. I chose Ingenia Holidays 1 Mile Beach because it is a dog-friendly park, has excellent kid-friendly activities, and the best part. It has beach access. All boxes ticked. Ingenia Holidays were amazing, letting us check in early while still towing the van so we could unload into a villa. The kids loved the pool and spent heaps of time staying active. On the flip side, there were a few negatives. The biggest being my beginner's mistake. Just because the park is dog-friendly doesn't mean the beach they had access to is. Are you serious? And choosing a spa villa doesn't necessarily mean you're getting the best villa. The spa villa was old, neat, tidy, and mostly clean, but super old. Moving around the park, there were gorgeous new villas and incredibly luxe-looking glamping tents that really aren't tents at all. They are very sturdy structures nowadays. Basically, the dog-friendly villas are the older ones, and the spa was just a bath with some jammed-up old jets. Oh dear. But was it a good week? Absolutely. The beach walks were amazing, and we won't speak of what the dog may or may not have participated in. As you can see from the photos, there were night beach walks, sunrise beach walks, and plenty of daytime beach walks. It was also a great week to catch up on work. So, the lack of photos is because most of the time, I was enjoying the extra table space and working. Yes, to spread out without needing to pack up every time someone needed a table is bliss. Tom did a lot of fishing as our cabin was literally right at the sand dune that separates the park from the beach. And look at the crazy fish thing he reeled in one late midnight fishing trip. What is that? Fun facts. 1. You need a beach permit to drive a car on the beach, but you're not allowed to ride your dirt bike on the beach. 2. Ingenia Holidays 1 Mile Beach is right next to a nudist beach. During my beach walks, I did walk up to the rocks that separate the two beaches, but nope, no nudists. The only thing I ever saw on that beach were 4-wheel rides. 3. This is the start of the waterslide addiction for the children, and it only gets bigger from here. 4. The sand dunes here are amazing. So huge and such a workout. If we had planned better, we would have used the boards for sandboarding, but I was loving the extra workspace, Tom was loving the crazy fish he could pull from the ocean, and the kids were loving the facilities at the park. So, the only one to really experience the signs of the sand dunes was Bingley. Yes, Dad tricked her into running to the bottom of one, and I honestly thought the poor little lady was going to have a heart attack trying to get back up. Family rating, 8 out of 10. Everyone loved it, mostly. But would we go back to a beachfront, dog-friendly park where the beach itself was not dog-friendly? That's a hard no. And the big question. Was the caravan repaired? Are we now built fault-free and loving supremely built caravans? Tune in for the next chapter. Have you got some great tips for us? Or places you'd recommend? Follow us on site and online around Australia on my personal Insta or Facebook profile. We don't have a business page because it's not about business nowadays. We are just cruising along, and to be honest, regardless of ratings and all, we are really just living the dream.